I'm Still Your Friend, Right? By 43 Cat. Tom sat in his seat in the train, looking out at the view of his window. The view of Las Pegasus skyline faded away as the train crossed into the forest. He had been thinking a lot during that time. He remembered he had made a social network in his home computer. He made it better, and as he saw it grow into the most popular social website of all time. He was known by every pony, and was their friend as well. He was almost as popular as the princesses themselves. That was years ago, though. As his website grew, so did the staff. Eventually, even companies wanted a piece of the action and bought shares. Tom lost control of his site, and soon after, a large company purchased it. It was an unfair purchase, as Tom was ripped off, but he had no way of fighting back. The company was already owned large portions of MySpace a year before. Tom still maintained a presence in the site, though the final blow was when his former colleague, Mark Zuckerhoof, made a new social networking site known as Facebook. All of the MySpace users fled to Facebook and left MySpace a ghost town. Tom saw this as the end and decided to move on, look for a job, but his former extravagant life was too expensive. For his earning his new job, he lost his big house and he had nowhere to go. He was all alone. That was why he chose to go to Ponyville. He had always lived in Las Pegasus. He had always wondered what the countryside was like. Las Pegasus was a more crowded city, filled with foreign business ponies and movie stars. Even with all these ponies, it was impersonal and cold. Nobody cared about the others. But that was all the past. Tom was ready for a new beginning, a new life for the taking. "We are now approaching Ponyville Station. Please stay seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Thank you," said the train conductor through the speakers. The train crawled to a stop at the station. The doors opened and a couple of ponies exited the train, Tom included. He got a suitcase, which he carried his few possessions that he had at the town. Just as he had imagined, a quaint little town in the countryside. Before he went to explore it, he remembered something important. He needed to find a place to live, as well as a job. He went over to the town hall and entered the decorated building. In the center was a beige pony with a gray mane, and was sitting. Tom walked up to her. Excuse me? I'm new here. I need a place. Oh, and yeah, a job." "Oh, where are my manners? I need to introduce myself. I'm Mare. I run all the advice duties in Ponyville," she said with a big smile. "And who might you be?" "I'm Tom. Just Tom." You look familiar. I can't put my hoof on it," said Mare. "Oh, well, looking for a place to live and a job, right?" "Yeah, that's what I was looking for," said Tom. "Well, you're in luck, or what? There's a vacancy. It's a house owned by Vinyl Scratch. She has a roommate she put up that she needs an extra tenant," said Mare. "As for jobs, I don't have the slightest clue. I suggest you go to Twilight Sparkle. She runs the Ponyville Library, and she'll be glad to find you a job." "Well, thank you very much, Mare. I appreciate your help," said Tom. "It was no problem at all. It's my job, really," she said. And with that, Tom left the town hall. He walked over to Vinyl Scratch's house and knocked on the door. "Coming," said a voice. The door opened. It was a gray-brown pony. "Oh, hello. You must be the new tenant, right?" "That's right. Mare told me there was a vacancy here, and I needed a new place to live," said Tom. "Oh, all right. Just call me Vinyl," she said. "Vinyl." "Octy! What did I say about interrupting my recording session?" said Vinyl as she came down from her new studio. "Sorry, Vinyl, but this looks like we just got a new tenant," said Octavia. "It better be some pony who actually pays this time," Vinyl said as she approached the door. When she saw the tenant, her jaw dropped. "Tom?" At the same time, Tom's jaw dropped as well. "DJ Pone-3?" he said. The two were shocked. Octavia, on the other hand, was confused. "I have no idea what's going on," said Octavia. "Do you both know each other?" "Know each other? Octy, it's Tom from MySpace," said Vinyl Scratch. "That's where I put my first remixes. This is, so awesome." "Oh, and did he make some sort of website? No wonder. I rarely have time for the internet," said Octavia. She turned to Tom. "And how well do you know Vinyl?" "Well, she was a very popular musician on the site. I knew who were the MySpace celebrities, and DJ Pone-3 was one of them," said Tom. "Well, that's quite an interesting fact, I guess," said Octavia, but still not amazed, though Vinyl was completely opposite. "Come on, Tom, don't just stand there, come in," said Vinyl Scratch. She was excited to see the MySpace Tom in real life. Tom walked through the door inside the house as Octavia closed the door. "Hey, DJ Pone-3, said Tom as Vinyl Scratch interrupted him. "Just call me Vinyl. DJ Pone-3 is my stage name," said Vinyl Scratch. "I'll keep that in mind. So, where do I drop my things?" "Oh, I'll take you to your room," said Vinyl Scratch. She opened the door to his room. It was a medium-sized room with only a bed. "You can put your furniture wherever you want," said Vinyl Scratch. "Vinyl, Tom, it's time for lunch. Come to the kitchen," said Octavia. "Come on, Tom, we've got to go for lunch," said Vinyl Scratch. Tom simply nodded and followed Vinyl Scratch to the kitchen table. Octavia was already set up 3 places of spinach and curry. "Wow, curry? You've really outdone yourself, Octy," said Vinyl Scratch as she chowed down. "It was nothing," said Octavia. "What about you, Tom? Do you like it?" "Yeah, of course," he said. Truthfully, he didn't. He didn't like spinach, but he didn't want to hurt his new roommate's feelings. Not to mention he was hungry. "So, Tom, what brings you to Ponyville?" asked Vinyl Scratch. "I thought you liked living in Las Pegasus." "Well, Vinyl, after MySpace got sold for chump change, I lost a lot of my possessions. That included my house as well. Also, I lost more money when Facebook came around. After that, I've been working odd jobs since. The suitcase I brought was all I had left with me," said Tom. "Whoa, dude, I didn't know that. That's gotta suck," said Vinyl Scratch. Yes, it did. So then I brought some stuff for moving somewhere different from Las Pegasus. Ponyville hit the spot, and this is where I want to make my new life," said Tom. "Well, that's quite a story. Just one question. Are you going to pay?" asked Octavia. Mare told me she was going to help me get a job with some pony named Twilight. She says she'll be glad to help me look for a job," said Tom. "You know you need a job, right?" said Vinyl Scratch. "Like, pronto?" "Of course," said Tom. "So, what are we waiting for?" said Vinyl Scratch. "Let's go to Twilight's." As she and Tom got out of the house, Octavia was left alone with the dirty dishes. "At least Vinyl won't be washing them with wubs again," she said, as Octavia started to wash the dishes.